The Basshole podcast is sponsored by BlueChew. That's right, BlueChew. Have better sex with BlueChew. BlueChew is the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. And starting now, BlueChew is offering a combo so strong, it's going to knock your socks off and your neighbor's socks off. You're going to have to move towns with the amount of noise that you're going to be making. Introducing BlueChew Max. It's arrived, it's here, and it combines all the active ingredients of Viagra and Cialis into one chewable tablet. That's right, one tablet. This combo acts fast and it lasts. And you can get your first month free by going to BlueChew.com and using the promo code BASSHOLE at checkout. That's right, just pay $5 shipping for your first month. That's BlueChew.com, promo code BASSHOLE for your first month free. Now, let's meet some bassholes.
What is Podcasting from Basshole Studios in Los Angeles.
What time is it?
It's Basshole with Doug Bass.
Asshole, major
We've
asshole.
all been one. So let's laugh about it. Now, here's your host, Doug Bass.
He's an asshole. I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Hey everyone, welcome to the podcast. My name's Doug Bass. Thanks for joining us at the Basshole Show. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Basshole Show, and YouTube has the full video experience there as well, where you can catch all the video clips and the live show and the full episode, the full video episodes. I'm excited today. Our guest is comedian Tatiana Cwiklinski. I think I said it right. Tatiana Cwiklinski is here in the studio. She's a comedian. Hey, Tati, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Did I say it right?
Yes, you did.
Okay, perfect. I just want to make sure, it's definitely difficult to say your last name, but I have do people just fuck it up constantly?
Yeah, but there's a lot of people who just are like, I'm not even going to try.
They don't even attempt to make an effort to say it
That
correctly.
hurts more than if they just say it wrong.
They just say your first name and then they give up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand, there's people with dyslexia out there who even try.
Right.
They try.
So, yeah. As
you
long as
know,
you're making an effort, I would say,
Yeah.
right? Like make a damn effort. Put some effort into
Yeah.
something, right?
If someone has the last name Smith or Miller
Right.
and doesn't try, I'm like, wow, you're just,
Yeah.
you're boring.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You don't know anybody with a funky name.
No,
That's
exactly.
really weird.
Now, Tatiana, do people call you Tati? I'm guessing. I
Yeah,
wasn't sure if
yeah.
people did that, but then you texted me on the way here, and you're like, "Hey, it's Tati," and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. I
It's
can
just
call her that."
less
I guess.
letters to type.
Yeah.
But
Some
yeah.
close friends call you like Tati.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, most people who eventually know me long enough will just call me that.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really go by Tatiana until college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You always went by Tati, and then you just switched to Tatiana.
Well, it was just
That's your full name, Tatiana, obviously.
That's my full name, but then professors at Miracosta Community College.
Where'd you go?
Miracosta
Where is that?
Community.
Is that around here?
It's in Oceanside.
Oh, the San Diego area?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't go for very long.
Did you graduate? What'd you study?
I was studying child development for a semester, and I kind of failed out of that. And then I had academic probation, and I didn't go back for a year, and then I started stand-up, and then I was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't want to do college.
Yeah. How long have you been doing stand-up now?
Since I was 19. So
19.
9 years? Wait,
All right.
yeah. 9 years this year.
9 years this year.
Mhm.
Oh, that's great. You're I don't know you at all, really, but
No.
just from the improv or open mics or whatever.
Yeah.
And you did our live show once.
Yeah.
But you're super funny. You're very, very quirky and odd, but
Aw.
adorable and funny at the same time. Is that what people kind of describe your comedy as? You would say
Yeah.
kind of off the wall a little bit, but
Yeah.
very endearing and interesting as well.
Yeah.
Quirky.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's what people, I don't know. People aren't usually here's actually what I think your style of comedy is.
Right. But you're enjoyable to watch on stage,
Yeah.
even if your stuff is a little we don't know where it's going to go almost sometimes, I
Cool.
think, but it keeps us interested and on edge a little bit. And I don't know, just an endearing quality about you.
Thank you.
Now, you're from San Diego originally, you said, right?
Yeah. Oceanside specifically.
And you've been doing stand up for about 9 years.
Mhm.
What do you have a day job too? You said, I think, didn't you
Yeah.
say you worked at a hardware store?
I used to.
You don't do it anymore.
No, a couple years ago I quit that. Just like I just ghosted them. That was the first time I ever quit a job like that.
That was hysterical though. Like when you were explaining that you worked there.
Yeah.
And you seem like the last person that they should hire. It's like I don't know if you're handy at all, but like
I am.
you are. Do you build things?
Well, I used to take pens apart and then put them back together.
Pens, like a big pen or something.
I don't know if there's clicky pens.
Yeah, I know, but like I don't know if there's like a need for that. Like, do people like hire people to rebuild pens?
No, but I like to think I have like an engineer type brain.
Okay.
No, I try to be handy. I mean, I've done crafty stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you kind of are into DIY, you have kind of a handy side to you.
I'm a big DIY guy. I like DIY. I mean, I started getting back. I mean, I built this whole studio, to be honest with you. It was just an office. I'm still doing some stuff, but I don't know. I started getting into like DIY stuff because I was like, oh, like you just watch like YouTube videos or like figure things out or.
That's the college I went to, YouTube University.
Mm-hmm. I get, people can learn a lot more from YouTube now, I think, than going to any kind of college. You just take things, just watch hours of videos online, how to do this, how to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was just a job.
Yeah.
So I ended up learning on the job.
How long did you work there for?
Like on and off 4 years. I had like different personal things that I took time off and like came back to the same work for the same company.
Yeah.
And like moved around the city a bit. But
do you have any like crazy stories from the hardware store? Like, was there any
crazy? I mean, yeah.
What's the weirdest thing that like happened there while you were working there?
One time, this is not like, I don't know if this would be the weirdest, but this one time I was like working at the paint counter. That's kind of what I did.
You were the paint girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was fun. I mean, that was easy to pick up for me.
Did
but
you just like mix the paints?
Yeah,
like,
you mix the paint and you help customers find what they need. And I could do everything around the store just so I could help my coworkers out.
Right.
That was kind of my area. But like there was this one lady who came up to the paint counter and she was perfectly nice. She was like just asking about like, oh, do you guys have, if I came in later after I picked my kids up from school, do you have this thing? And I'm like, yeah, I can put it on hold for you. And she's like, great, I'm gonna come back after I pick up my kids.
Right.
And starts walking away and I noticed that she has no shoes on. She just seemed like super normal.
Shoeless.
Yeah. In a hardware store.
Was she homeless? No.
No.
Just no shoes.
No shoes.
Yeah, that's odd.
People are like that.
Yeah.
There's whole TikToks of people like.
I don't know if I would do that in LA. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Like if you're at like a beach town, maybe. I don't know.
I guess, but like in a hardware store too, like that's a safety
you might step
hazard.
on a nail.
Yes.
Right? There's sharp
so
things on the
many
floor.
nails
Glass.
on the
God, who
floor.
knows? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right. So you worked at the hardware store. Now what? And you're also a big dog person, right? Aren't you? Your Instagram is Tati Dog Lover something, right?
Yeah, I do love dogs.
I didn't know that about you.
I think it was more of a Instagram handle I made out of like irony, because like I was trying to copy like what people's first emails kind of were. Like how you have.
Yeah.
I don't know, just like a random like.
It's like your AOL kind of like screen name from when you were a child. Or
it
something.
wasn't even the same as my first email account, but I just thought it was funny.
Yeah,
and I just kept it.
Do you have a dog?
I used to.
You used to, yeah.
Yeah. I decided after things kind of went south with him, and like I had to put him down, and that was really heartbreaking. And I was like, I'm not financially.
I just went through that last week. It's tough.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you. Yeah, it's not fun. Yeah, but dogs in general. You like dogs. You like animals. Do you have any pets?
Oh no, not right
pets.
now. My roommate has a dog, and that's kind of enough. And
that's
then
good,
my boyfriend has a cat. And so,
okay, all right.
Yeah.
What do you like better, dogs or cats?
I like them both equally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You should change your name to Tati Dog
Dog
and Cat
and
Lover.
Cat Lover.
Especially if your boyfriend has a cat. Yeah.
Yeah, they're both great for different reasons.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah. So your comedy, what inspired you to start stand-up comedy? Like what was like the moment where you were like, I gotta do this. I gotta try this.
I think I always liked comedy. Like I would always write stuff. But when it is kind of a crazy story. But when I was like after high school, I had this whole folder that I would just bring around with me. I would write down all my ideas for sketches. I don't know why I wanted to do like sketch comedy, but I could never write a sketch.
Do you act as well?
I've dabbled,
You've tried it?
but
Yeah.
I don't know if it's necessarily my thing.
I can see you like doing well in like sketch comedy or improv or something like that.
Yeah,
Because you're like, it's like you're that character that comes in and like throws the scene off a little bit, but like then you're hysterical within it.
I could do that. I kind of like that stuff, but I just haven't really. I think the thing is stand up just is right there and it's something you can just do by yourself.
Yeah, you don't have to rely on like going to a group rehearsal or
Exactly.
class or whatever.
Or like collaborate with other people on like make sure everyone's schedules are able to work together.
It's tough. I did sketch for a while and it's you're always like depending on other people and whatever.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like about stand up. That's what kind of I gravitated towards. It's like, well, I'm having trouble even writing a complete sketch. I don't have like a group of friends who wants to do this with me. And it's something I can just do by myself.
Yeah. You don't have to wait around.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. My friend in high school, their mom was like dying of cancer.
Oh shit.
And like threw a last hurrah, like
a party,
a pity party.
Pity party.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. But she was like really, I don't know, like I think she was like, she accepted kind of reality.
Yeah. That's good that she was able to throw a party at least. Or like, I don't know. I mean, it's not the greatest situation.
It was a last hurrah. And like,
Yeah.
it was kind of lovely to see like everyone come together and celebrate with her before she inevitably passed.
Yeah. See, I think that like if you had like if someone had cancer in LA and you threw a cancer, hey, I'm having a party for my cancer farewell. I still feel like there'd be people that'd be like, we can't make it, man. Like it's like there's be some excuse from people that you really
get a
know.
Sitter.
Yeah. Oh, it's on the west side. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't get there, man.
Oh, I got a show that night. Sorry.
It would be hard. It would make you like want to die like sooner. I think. It would just be like sad.
I think so.
Like you can't even come for my last party.
That's why I don't really even have birthday parties. I'm just like, all right.
You don't have birthday parties? Why not?
I try not to.
When's your birthday?
March 8th.
March 8th. Okay. All right.
I just like, it's kind of just disappointed me the last couple of years.
Why is that? Because like friends don't come out for it?
Yeah. And then also the part of it is I'm a really bad planner. Like I'm not going to plan an event.
You're not going to plan it. But like what if someone else planned something for like if your boyfriend planned a party for you? Like
sure, yeah.
Does
he
that
kind of
happen?
helped with that this
he helped
year.
with it. Yeah.
That was nice, and it was kind of low key. Just met up at a beach and like
right. But then you
chilled.
still get those friends that like text you like the day of, like, hey, we're not gonna make it.
Yeah.
Sorry, happy birthday.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, why bother?
Yeah, and even your closest friends, and it's like, all right.
Well, that's when you find out like who your good friends really are. I would say
I
that
guess
have made
so.
the effort to go to wherever your party is.
I try to have this like idea of like forgiveness and stuff, but then I'm like still like, okay, if you're consistently kind of not coming through on plans, then I don't think we're that close.
Right. Yeah.
I have a hard time with that. I don't.
Are you friends with a lot of comics, or like do you have like real friends, like civilians?
I have some real friends, but it's all spread out because I'm from San Diego. So
do you go down there a lot, like to perform ever? Or
no,
like,
I should more.
That's where you started, no?
Yeah, I should more. I think the problem is I am weird a little bit. So I've
so you can't go back to San Diego because you're weird.
It's just that I left kind of a bad impression, and I think as a young woman, like also learning how the real world works and also how to handle my liquor.
Handle your liquor. Oh, okay.
I maybe have burnt some bridges.
You were getting like drunk down there often or whatever. Yeah.
I listened back to some old like recordings of me doing stand up, and I was like, this is just first of all bad stand up, and also like I just feel like early on, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people experience this like once you're a couple years in, like 1.5, 2 years in, you're starting to see people move faster. And I kind of started to feel like left out or like kind of entitled to more stuff than I think now looking back than I really deserved. With
You feel entitled that you deserve more things maybe now, or like what do you think?
now,
How are you liking like the LA comedy scene? Like as far as like, I mean, you go to a lot of open mics, right?
Yeah.
So you do a lot of open mics. You do. I mean, you're always doing shows. It seems like, right?
I should be doing more.
You want to do more. Everyone wants to
Yeah.
do more, but you get booked. You do open mics.
Yeah.
How do you like the open mic scene here? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you love it?
I love it.
Yeah.
I do. I think there is some like, there's always going to be politics and like there's people who there's like just you're kind of thrown out in the mix of people who have like managers and agents. I don't have any of that.
Right.
So like sometimes I get a little jealous and I find out, oh, that person has a manager. That's literally.
Do you find it like helps you with your material at like the big open mics, like the big clubs or whatever, or like a smaller open mic? Like where do you get more value out of? What do you think?
They're all good for everything.
Yeah, all right.
'Cause I've started to like, especially at like the Improv or the Comedy Store, as time has gone by, I realized like it's not gonna really do much for me if I really have to do my best 3 minutes ever.
Right,
'Cause
right.
You can do your best 3 minutes that feel tired to you anyway, and like it just sounds
Totally.
like robotic.
And those 3 minutes could like work at a regular show.
Exactly.
And they're not going to work there that night in front of that crowd or whatever. You know?
So it's all
Yeah.
productive. I treat potluck. I treat the Improv just like a regular open mic,
Right.
and I still have great sets there.
Yeah.
It's just like whatever. If you take the pressure off of it, it's still fun. And if your material is good, and if you're, I don't know, trying to riff right on stage,
Totally.
whatever.
Do you do like a lot of crowd work, or do you go off your material often?
I don't really do a lot of crowd work. Like I'm never gonna ask. I really don't. I have a hard time talking to regular people off off stage. So I'm not gonna be like,
Do you have
where
like
are you
do
from?
you have social anxiety? I get that sometimes.
For sure I do.
Yeah.
I think that's where most of my anxiety, that like everything that keeps me up at night, is about social situations. Or like, fuck, like does everyone secretly hate me and is out to get me? I just have like, I have to talk myself off a ledge a lot with that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Now, like when you go out and like about or something, are you an introvert, extrovert type? Like, do you go up to people and be like, hey, what's up? Or like, are you more like you wait for like them to come talk to you? Or...
I wait for people to talk to me all the time.
Yeah.
And then I realize sometimes like I might come off as like a bitch or cold, but
See, people always think like I'm like, oh, like he's like, yeah, like resting bitch face or like
I totally spilled this all over my face.
Oh, it's fine. I don't know if I have a napkin, but it's fine.
Doesn't matter. Hey, just so everyone knows.
It's fine. No one judges this show.
I was drooling.
You're drooling.
Yeah. That's what this is. It's drool.
It's just drool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pay no attention to the drool. That's fine. The social anxiety is something that I don't know. It gets to me too sometimes. Like I'll like wait. It takes me a while to get to like know someone. Like I'll like wait like a beat or whatever. Or if I meet them like the second or third time, I'm like, oh hey, this person seems cool.
Yeah. I think that gets in the way for me too with comedy. With like because it's kind of a social thing.
It is. But like most comedians are like go getters or like just like constantly on or like talking to every person. I'm like the opposite. I'm like like very low key and very like I'll just wait. And that's probably why I don't do as many things or whatever. But I'm kind of fine with that too. I don't know.
Yeah, it's something that I've tried to accept. Like, okay, I'm kind of not really that hard of a worker. That's also the thing with entitlement and like it's not like I don't feel like I don't deserve things, but it's just like I know I'm not putting in as much effort as I could be. So
what do you see yourself doing in the next couple of years? Like as far as like you want to put more effort into like your stand up. Do you want to go on the road? Like what do you see yourself doing? How far do you want to take the stand up? Like
I think I'm like I always think about like, okay, what do I see as success? And I wouldn't mind doing the road or like just being able to make a little more money off of stand up, because I already do right now. I do like gig work, so I do like catering, serving, and I work.
You do cater waiter. I did that for a while. Yeah,
and that's nice. That's fun.
That's not bad. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's flexible, right?
Yeah, But, ideally, like, I want to fit comedy into
Yeah.
work schedule,
Totally. Yeah.
I do work on stuff. I do write stuff. I do try to go to open mics. I should be doing more, but I mean, I do feel like I want to just eventually make some money. That's like a short-term goal, like being able to go on the road.
Making money doing stand-up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And then, I have very long-term goals, like I want to write a show or something, or like
What kind of show? Like a one-woman show?
No.
Or like a play? Or like
a
what
TV show.
a TV show, like a pilot.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
a couple ideas. There's one that I would, I guess, call my magnum opus idea, but it's like an animated show idea.
Yeah, you
But-
should try voiceover because you got like an interesting voice too.
Thanks.
Like I could see you doing cartoon characters and shit.
I want to do that, but that's a whole other industry to break into. I guess I have to
It is,
figure
but
out.
you got that voice, I think, for like
Yeah,
those like I don't know, those like characters that you just hear in these shows.
that is
Has
something.
anyone ever told you that?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
okay,
A lot of
alright.
people have told me that that's something I got a lot at the hardware store. Now it's secretly thinking like,
Because they're buying tools. They're like, wait a minute, aren't you that cartoon? That
or they're
my
like, you
kids watch?
shouldn't be working here.
Yeah, you shouldn't be. The cartoon from such and such show is working at the hardware store.
Yeah.
Let's take a moment and talk about our sponsor real quick before we get carried away with this interview.
Oh, hell yeah.
BlueChew. BlueChew. Have better sex with BlueChew. BlueChew is the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. And starting now, BlueChew is offering a combo so strong it's going to knock your socks off and your neighbor's socks off. You're going to have to move towns with the amount of noise you'll be making. BlueChew Max has arrived, and it combines the active ingredients of Viagra and Cialis into one chewable tablet. That's right. One. Be ready. Great sex is a few clicks away. Go to BlueChew.com and use the promo code BASSHOLE for your first month free. You're going to pay just $5 shipping, and you're going to get it delivered right to your door. One of their licensed medical providers. Once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. It's all made in the USA. It's all done online. No awkward doctor visits. None of that stuff, Tati. You just get it right in your mailbox if you use the promo code BASSHOLE at checkout. BlueChew.com. Use promo code BASSHOLE. More horsepower. Enough said. Do you know BlueChew, Tati? You know what that is?
It's something,
It's like
it's a, yeah.
It helps. It helps. It helps the man. It helps the
penis
penis out. It helps the penis out when it needs help.
Yeah.
And we can all relate to wanting to feel more confident, especially in the bedroom, and that's where BlueChew can help. So go to BlueChew.com and use the promo code BASSHOLE for your first month free. It's always weird doing this this advertisement when it's just me and a woman in the room. But I'm like, you know what? We appreciate BlueChew sponsoring the show.
And remember, boys, it's not about how big it gets. It's about what you do with it.
What Chew do with it?
What BlueChew do with it.
See, there you go. Coming from a woman, she knows what she's talking about.
Yeah.
It's
Coming from a woman or coming with a woman. Think about that.
That was great. See that added to the advertisement. Perfect. Not to make this more awkward than it is, but
No,
you
it's
know,
chill.
I know, it's
We were
chill,
just
right?
talking about making money.
We're just
so
talking about making money, yeah, and that's what you got to do.
You gotta chew what you gotta chew.
chew what you gotta do to get what you need to get done to do it. Doesn't make any sense.
And blue.
And blue chew. So all right. So you're from San Diego. You want to go on the road as a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
What do you like? Yeah. Where would you want to go first on the road? Like, what city? What are you thinking?
Well, I'm already planning a trip to New York.
You are?
Just to visit my friends who live out there.
Have you been there before?
As a baby.
As a baby, so
Mhm.
you don't really remember it.
No.
No. All right.
No.
I'm from North New Jersey, so
Oh,
I'm
okay.
from that area-ish.
My dad's from Buffalo, so I've
Oh,
been there.
I've been to Buffalo
I've been
several
to-
times.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Is it I don't even remember it. What's it like?
It's if you go in the winter, it's freezing.
Okay.
If you go in like the summer, it's nice. I mean, if you like buffalo wings, like they're famous for the buffalo wing.
I got food poisoning from buffalo wings.
Oh, all right then. Maybe you don't have them then. Well, I'm sure they'll be fine there. That's where they claim to make them.
Yeah, they better be
originated from.
good.
And then I think Niagara Falls is not too far from Buffalo.
Okay, yeah.
So you can go do that.
Yeah, we visited there. When was just looking at some pictures, family pictures.
You're remembering
Yeah.
Buffalo. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, New Jersey.
That's where I'm from. New
Nice.
Jersey. Have you been to New Jersey? No.
No. Met a few. I used to work at a bagel shop where they were from New Jersey.
Bagel shop.
Okay. Let me ask you this.
I can see you as a bagel shop girl.
Yeah, I got. Hey, let's just say my ass got fat.
Oh God,
it was great. It was real great bagels, like actual real bagels. I feel like that's
where was
changed.
that? Here?
That was in Oceanside.
Okay, yeah.
I don't really want to advertise them because I think they're Trumpers.
Oh, okay. Did they have like a Trump bagel? No.
No, I think after like Trump got elected, they got all
that's when you left. Yeah.
No, I left before. Well, no, I was doing comedy.
Now,
then.
did you make the bagels there, or did you just sell them?
I sold them. I like made them into bagel sandwiches.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were amazing bagels.
I think you doing any kind of like customer service thing is hysterical for me. I don't know why.
I had to get out of it.
Like if you were trying to sell me something at like the hardware store or a bagel shop, or I don't know, like I'm just even if you worked at like a furniture store or something, I'm like I don't know if I would believe what you're telling me is true.
No, a lot of people don't. Yeah.
And then I feel like you'd have like a script kind of rehearsed in your head about what you're saying. What you're, or like have you ever waited tables? Have you ever been a server?
Of course, yeah.
Because you do cater waitering, right? Yeah.
I do that, but before I worked at like a cafe in San Diego for like two and a half years.
How'd you like that?
I loved it. I think with all customer service jobs like retail and food service, I have a real issue with like the monotony of it, being on time.
Like just like a regular job, the routine. Yeah.
And also just dealing with difficult
people. The people are the worst, right?
I have a kind of like a short, I don't want to say even temper. I think I just got overwhelmed pretty easily and kind of lashed out on people quite a bit.
So you get tired of like the same routine as far as like a job.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I love comedy too. You can do it. I'm a night owl.
It's always different. Are you?
Yeah.
You stay out late?
Yeah, or I stay up late even if I'm just home.
Yeah. What's like your average like bedtime that you go to sleep?
I want to say 2, 3.
3.
I can even.
Well, you're young.
Yeah.
You're able to do that still.
Yeah, but I mean, I've always been like this.
I like dabble. Like there's nights where like if I'm home and like off from work or shows or whatever, like there's times I'll go to bed at like 10:30. But then
that's crazy,
right? But that was kind of like out of COVID, like when like people were going to bed earlier and like there's nothing to do for a while or whatever. But if I'm out, like last night I got home at like 1:30, I think, and went to bed at like 2. So and if I'm working at the Improv or whatever, like sometimes I'll go to bed at 3. But then, like if there's like a night where that's chill, it's like I'm like 11 o'clock is the sweet spot to go to bed.
Yeah, every once
because I gotta get up in the
while.
morning. Do you get up early?
No.
What time do you get up?
Maybe like 8 or 9 sometimes.
No, that's not bad.
Like, cause my jobs like sometimes are earlier start, but there's variety in it.
But you have other jobs too. Cater waiter.
Cater waiter. A lot of some of it's barista gigs. It's off an app that you can like book stuff.
There's an app for cater waitering now?
Yeah.
Or like serving jobs?
There's a few.
That's cool.
There's quite a few.
So you're a barista as well.
Yeah, not a good one.
No. You can make a cappuccino?
I can make a cappuccino.
Can you do the foam art?
No.
No.
That's what I guess I mean about not being a good one.
Right. Do you have any desire to learn how to do that?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if I could get like a day job doing that, I wouldn't mind it. But then
just a regular like cafe or something.
Yeah. I mean,
that always impresses me, that foam art stuff. Some of those guys are making like crazy like art with it.
It's like a science. It's like almost like
you should learn. You should find some guy that's doing that to teach you that. Like, while you're doing the barista stuff.
I've tried YouTube University.
That seems hard. Like, YouTube. I mean, you can watch it all day, but like that kind of task, I think you gotta
really
get your hands in there and do it.
Well, I do try like with the hardware store or when I do cater waitering, because that's different than regular food service.
Mm-hmm.
I always ask people like, oh, how do you do this? What does this mean? How do you do that? So I try to learn on the job a lot too.
Right,
Because I realized I'm not that experienced with all of this. Some
No.
people are career baristas, so
They are.
and they have so much knowledge, and they're so fucking uppity about some of this
It's-
coffee shit that they want to teach you to sound smart.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Like, I mean, I've heard from like people like that are trying to get jobs as like baristas or whatever. It's like you can't get a job as a barista unless you have the barista experience almost.
Yeah, it's like bartending.
Like maybe Starbucks you can get into to start, but like that's what's crazy now to me. It's like that used to be just like, oh, it's a coffee job. Like anyone could get a coffee job, right? You would think. But like in LA, like it's like, no, you need to have 2 years of barista experience. It'll say that like on an ad or something like that.
Yeah, and even like oh fuck, I was gonna say something and I forgot.
It's all,
but
you immediately forgot too. You were like literally like you were like about to say, and you're just like like your brain just died. Was it about barista?
Yes. I don't know.
It'll come back to you, or it won't.
Yeah. The Starbucks stuff is just
Starbucks.
pushing buttons, and I couldn't even get a job there.
You couldn't get a job at Starbucks?
No, when I first moved here, the only people that hired me was the hardware store. So that's how I ended up working. I wasn't by choice.
That's the job that said yes.
That's the job that hired me.
Right.
But
I think if you consistently show up at a place, like they'll hire you eventually. Like if you just are like, hey, I want to work here. Like, what do I have to do? You know what I mean?
I do wonder that. Like, should I just be a customer at a coffee shop nearby me, and then eventually they'll.
What area of town do you live in?
Mid City.
Mid City. Okay.
There's some cool.
So
coffee
you're not too
shops.
far from here then.
No.
Yeah.
No. And there's really cool coffee shops. It's just I don't want to be spending money on coffee like that. I have an espresso machine.
Yeah, I have one too.
Yeah.
I try to make it in the morning at home. And then if I'm out and about during the day, I'll maybe pick one up like a couple times a week. But
same.
But yeah, like I don't know, like I was like calculating like how much I was spending on coffee going out in the morning and getting it. I'm like, you can easily spend like $1,200 a year on coffee. Like just at Starbucks or whatever.
It's crazy.
Right?
And then all these modifications you want to make.
I got a nice coffee today. It was like $7.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I've never been really a Starbucks girly.
No. I don't like the coffee, but sometimes it's the only one around.
Yeah.
And I resort to it.
I don't like their coffee. The coffee shops have good coffee, but at the same time, I don't even have like I don't have like the motivation to go to a coffee shop and go work.
Like go write stuff or
yeah,
whatever. Yeah.
I should. I've tried it a little bit.
I used, there used to be like things like used to be open late at night, like coffee shops or whatever. You go write or whatever. Now they're not open that late anymore. They close at like 6, 7,
And San Diego, there used to be this really cool place that I think it's still open, but they like sold half of it to like a chocolate shop or something. And it was called Lestat's. And they had an open mic there. In like
that's cool.
A little theater room.
I liked I liked going to open mics that like were like at coffee houses or something like that. I don't know if there's any still around. I mean there probably is, but
it was open really late. And so that was the great place to go hang, and after the mic I would sit there with some of my friends down there and write.
I like that kind of atmosphere for open mic because it wasn't like most of them are at a bar or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you got to get a drink and then you're drinking and whatever. Yeah. But like the coffee thing was kind of cool. Even if it was up until 10 or whatever, like you get coffee. They didn't sell alcohol. So you just get an iced tea or coffee or something,
There's no temptation to.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's chill.
I mean, that is part of the comedy culture is like, I don't know. You drink. I don't know if you drink or not.
I stopped recently.
Yeah.
Again.
Right. Again. Okay.
The second time.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's tough.
Or the third or fourth, honestly, at this point.
It's tough. I mean, because you go to the mics and then it's like, oh, here's a drink or whatever.
A long mic makes me want to drink, where it's just like people going up and sucking so bad, and then
you need a drink to get through it, to watch.
I want to
at
least be able to laugh at how bad it is.
Right. And a drink helps.
Yeah, for sure.
But
At
then
least
before
like
you know it, you're like 2 in and you're like, oh God.
yeah.
Here I am now.
Yeah.
And then it's your turn to go up and you're like, now I'm drunk.
Yeah, now I'm drunk and I'll probably talk about something bad and
right.
I'll crash out because I'm bombing.
Oh God.
That's kind of why I stopped too. I was like, I can't keep this up.
No,
I can't.
it's a good thing to either stop or take a break or, whatever. I don't know. Because it's like, it is crazy, the comedy culture, like it just goes in hand with drinking. And like, that's why so many comics, I think, have become sober over the course of time,
sure. It's bigger than it used to be.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good thing. I mean, people would, I think that's kind of where I went wrong in San Diego.
Oh,
like
too much drinking.
Yeah, I think, I was 19 when I started. I didn't have the college experience to get my sillies out.
Right.
And I was already kind of a little depressed bitch. And so I just kind of like drank and like didn't know how to handle my shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also was still learning how to be an adult.
Well, yeah, that comes with time, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it just was so easy to drink because everywhere paid you with alcohol.
I know.
And
that's the dangerous thing about it, because it's like you do a show, it's like, oh, here's a drink ticket, or I work at the Improv, and then it's like, oh, here's a drink. It's like,
yeah.
Like you gotta leave, you gotta just get out of there, or do your set and then get the hell out of there.
Or even just socializing with comics. It's like,
yes. Everyone's drinking. Everyone's smoking and drinking.
Smoking weed too. That
weed,
was
cigarettes. It's like
comedy ruined weed for me. I used to be a stoner, and now I'm like,
now you don't do it anymore.
I can't.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, this is just making me. I started hearing things. I was like, oh my God, I'm having a psychotic break right now.
It wasn't a good high for you. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I just started drinking chamomile tea instead.
Oh, that's good. That
was easier for me to quit than alcohol, though, for sure.
Well, that's good. I mean, it's never hard to quit any of this shit, but if you can do it, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now this is the Basshole Show, and I know he did an asshole story on the live show. I don't remember what it is off the top of my head, but
because it was bad, it was a bad story.
I mean, I think it was fine. I think I remember laughing at whatever you were talking about, but you can either tell that again, or if you have another one that you want to share with the audience, or you can do both, whatever.
Asshole story. God, I did talk about freaking out on customers.
I think I remember, because that's how I found out about the hardware store. I think, because I think your story had to do something with you.
It was like
yelling at a customer, maybe, or something.
So that story was, I think I remember what it was. It was like, so I was cashiering. I was helping out with the cash registers at the hardware store, and we have these like soda machines where you can't really see people except for their heads. So you're looking over there at the customers lining up, and I would always try to tell people we all have to wait in a single line. Otherwise, it gets really messy because it's just an open, like people just walk up and mess up the order. Would you yell
at people? Be like, "Hey guys, single line only, please." Would you
like that?
Yeah.
Not like aggressive or
just politely, kind of,
just so they can hear me.
Yeah.
And then so there's this guy and his daughter, and they were just not moving. And they're sitting right next to the soda machine. So like I could see them. I knew they heard me. And the guy was just staring while I was saying it. And I was like, okay. I said it one more time, and then I was like, all right, I gave up, because it's not like I'm gonna fight somebody over that.
Yeah.
And then he came to my register, and he was like yelling at me and then his daughter walked up with the walker, and he was like yelling at me because she's disabled. Well, and the joke is that he said something like, "What are you, fucking blind?" Like fighting ableism with ableism. But yeah, he got really mad because she's got like obviously impaired like mobility.
Yeah. All right, so you didn't know she was in a walker.
Idea.
You just thought she was sitting there or standing there or something.
I thought they were. I was honestly, they were ignoring me, but at that point, I thought they were just looking at the greeting cards or just like whatever, they're the next customer anyway.
And
but
he said, "What are you, fucking blind? Do you?"
no,
Oh no.
that's something I made up. But he was really mean about it, and I was like, I'm sorry, I literally couldn't see.
Yeah.
But I did still feel like an asshole. I felt horrible.
That's always like a touchy thing when you do. It's almost like putting your foot in your mouth. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you like do something and then immediately you're like, oh shit, I didn't
Yeah.
realize that was that situation or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's did he complain to the managers or anything like that?
No. And
No.
his daughter apologized to me. She's like, I'm
Right.
sorry for how he's acting. Which also, like, that sucks too, because it's like now she has to manage him trying to stick up for her.
Right.
And that's probably going to fuck her up, feeling like my dad's being an asshole on my behalf. Is that how I really want things to go? Or
Yeah,
but-
and it's like, and this woman with the walker is like, I don't know, if I had a walker, I would already feel like an asshole going anywhere.
yeah.
Like, I wouldn't, like, especially
Keep disabled people out of stores.
I mean, unless you always had the walker, like, in your life or whatever. But like,
Yeah.
if I had one like tomorrow, it's like, I'd be like, fuck, I don't want to like go anywhere now. I don't want to walk using a walker.
I mean, I think she had like cerebral palsy.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it looked like.
Did she have the tennis balls on the walker?
No, she wasn't like an old lady. That's something for old people. Well, no.
No, I still.
Why
don't,
do
I don't understand that. Like every walker you see has the tennis balls on.
I
it,
think
right?
it's so it doesn't get
It doesn't.
trapped in the cracks
It
of like
doesn't
a
drag.
sidewalk.
But like, why doesn't the company that makes walkers,
just put
just-
tennis balls?
well, like
on?
not even a tennis ball, just like make a sponge or a ball that comes with the walker.
That would make sense.
These
That would make
people that own
sense.
walkers literally go buy tennis balls and like put a hole in it and then stick it on the end.
Yeah,
But like if the company that made the walker included some kind of ball-like thing that comes with it that you just, you know what I mean? But
Right.
these are like Wilson tennis balls that people go out and like
you
ruin.
would think with this kind of tech, like that's the lowest tech possible.
Yeah.
You would think
Like
that
is
it'd
that
be
not
better.
is that not a discussion at the Walker company meetings weekly?
I
You know what I
guess
mean? Like that's
not.
not brought up ever. Like we should really make some kind of ball that goes like I've seen that so many people.
Yeah.
like,
I've never even thought about that because it just seems like such a simple solution.
yeah, but it's not apparently. It's like
I mean,
they're leaving it
there's-
up to other people to figure it out.
For sure. I mean,
Crazy.
there's people that don't squeeze out the sponge after they're done washing the dishes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But there's like things that you put your sponge on to dry it out.
Yes, there
So,
are. Yeah. You ever put your
uh,
sponge in the microwave to like
No.
kill the bacteria?
Oh, does that work? I just get a new sponge.
I've gotten new sponges too, but they say like, yeah, you should replace them obviously
Yeah.
before they get gross. But they also say like, I don't know, there was like a hack like if you use it a couple times, like I don't know the length that you're supposed to use a sponge. for.
Sometimes I put my head in the microwave to
Oh.
get it to kill all the bad thoughts.
Really? How does that work out? For you?
Yeah. I know probably about like half as many words as I used to
Oh.
now. So
Okay, all right. Head in the microwave. I'll try that. Yeah. He's just closing the door to make it work. 'Cause that's is the light on when your head is in there? Like
yeah, I closed my eyes. It's really bright.
yeah, no, like the sponge. You can put the sponge in the microwave for like a minute, and it's supposed to like it heats it up and like kills all the
Oh, okay.
bacteria on it. But again, like I don't know how long you're supposed to use a sponge. Probably till it's gross.
I think it's when it starts to smell or like the scrubby part starts to fall apart.
Mm,
But I also use like silicone scrubbers
what is
sometimes. It's like a little silicone
that?
scrubber.
A silicone scrubber. Okay.
It's got like little bristles on it, but it's
Yeah.
all silicone. So
Right.
like yeah.
Oh wait, I think I have one of those. Yeah. think
Yeah, I
know what
like
you're
to
talking
use that if I can, but sometimes sponges just get in there
about. They
good.
get gross. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that was definitely an asshole move. That story. Do you have another one at all?
I have several.
All right.
Oh,
Tell
shit.
another one because that's like an accidental asshole story
Yeah.
where like you didn't know and you were like, oh
God.
shit, you know.
I broke up with the guy right after sex one time.
Oh,
that
wow.
felt mean. That was probably kind of asshole-ish.
How long were you actually dating him?
Like for
seriously?
3 months.
3 months dating
Yeah.
Alright.
That was when I first started doing comedy.
down in San Diego.
Yeah. And he lived in Orange County and I would drive up and meet up with him. And then like, I remember this time. So we were like supposed to meet up in Orange County somewhere, and I like was starting to get really pissed off with the traffic, and I was like, look, let's just cancel tonight. I'm gonna go home. I'm going crazy. I pulled off the freeway because it's just stop and go traffic, and I had to work all day, and I'm losing my fucking shit here. And he's like, no, and we'll meet halfway, and then I'll come over there, and then we had met up. We got IHOP. We had really bad sex, and then I broke up with him right after. I was like,
did you break up with him because the sex was bad?
No, I just wanted to break up with him for a while.
It wasn't worth it. And then like the commute wasn't worth it.
Commute.
You weren't that into him, and then the sex wasn't great, I'm guessing.
No, I was like the second person he ever hooked up with.
Okay. So it was like new-ish.
Yeah.
You didn't know what was good or what was bad or whatever.
No, I was like, no, this is not.
Was he heartbroken? Was he really into you?
Yeah, he wanted to make it work, and I was like, oh no, because I just started doing comedy, and I think
were you like,
really
was it
into
like
that.
right after you had sex? Were you like, I'm breaking up with you?
Yes.
Or was it like on the phone, like on the way?
It was right after.
Like you're still in the bed with him.
We were in the trunk of his car.
The trunk of his car? That's where you were having sex?
Yes.
Wait, how is that? Oh, did he have like a hatchback or something? Like,
yeah.
Okay.
But it was literally like we laid.
Damn, trunk of car sex. I haven't. That's like, yeah, that's old school. Yeah.
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 I don't know.
Did you guys not have a place to go, or was it just like
No,
we just wanted to?
I lived with my parents. He lived with his parents.
Okay, so there was nowhere to go. Yeah.
Yeah. And his dad was dying, and his dad had cancer too, and so he's like, "This is I need you. You just met my dad." And yeah, so
yeah, you went to his like cancer goodbye party.
No, he should have had one.
So,
Honestly, thought his dad was really hot. I was like,
oh wow,
his dad's hot.
Damn.
But I'm not.
Maybe you could have hooked up with the dad as a last resort, like his cancer wish.
I guess I'm just not into like dads.
Not into dads.
Well, eventually I would like my, like whoever I'm with to be a dad.
Oh, okay. Like you want to have kids.
I want to
obviously.
have kids.
Yeah,
I'll be into dads then.
Then
but
you'll be into dads. Yeah,
not into like older,
older people.
Age appropriate people are my thing.
Right. No, I get that. Yeah.
God, I feel like that wasn't even that assholey.
Well, it was kind of.
I've punched somebody before.
You punched someone?
I feel like that story's kind of tired for my friends, but they won't listen to this anyway.
Probably not. Yeah. Yeah, the most random people will listen to this.
Yeah, I punched a booker.
A book, like a comedy booker?
Yeah, in San Diego.
Oh wow!
It was like this.
Was he like? I'm guessing he deserved to be punched. Was he like aggressive or something? Or inappropriate?
After reflecting, I still am unsure if he really deserved to be punched. I think he deserved to be punched for other reasons that had nothing to do with my situation. But so people cheered me on after it. But
all right, well, what did he do to you that sparked you to punch him?
I worked at a comedy club. I was waitressing. Because they wouldn't hire me as a door guy.
In San Diego?
Yeah.
Which club? You don't want to say.
Madhouse Comedy Club.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't care.
You don't care.
They don't want to book me there.
They don't want to book you now?
No.
Even after working there?
No, I think they think I'm just weird.
Oh, well, you are, but that's a great thing about you.
Yeah, I know.
Their loss.
They give boring people a chance. Give someone weird. I just wish that weird people can bomb just as much as boring people.
Oh, I think it's, yeah, for sure. And I think even if a weird comic is bombing, it's almost, it's better because it's like,
more entertaining.
Well, one, it's like, we don't know. I don't know if we know if you're bombing or not. We're kind of like,
do we just not get the joke?
Either that or it's like, it's so like the way like you may handle yourself or something. It's like, I don't know. It's very different. Yeah. So you punched this booker.
Yeah.
Because he was being inappropriate.
Well, he wasn't like being inappropriate sexually or anything. He
just an asshole. He was being an asshole.
He was being an asshole. I worked there. I had my day job and I worked there at night. And I was like, hey, I noticed they made a rule that I couldn't go up while I was on the clock.
Right.
Waitressing. Makes sense. but then they just made that a rule after the first time I did it. And I think I had a great set when I did do it. They made that a rule. And then, so I was like talking to him. I was like, hey, is there any chance I can do shows when I'm not working then? He's like, you got to do more mics here. And I said, well, I'm waitressing till the restaurant closes. And then I can't really do the mic because I worked all day long, 7 a.m. at my regular job to 1:30 a.m. here.
Right.
You think I've done the open mics here. You've seen me do the open mics.
Yeah.
Can I do a show at the place I work like the guy who just started 3 months ago?
He gave him a show.
Yeah, all of these mediocre guys with a beard would get booked.
Guy with a beard.
Yeah, it's just a guy with a beard and a hat, and they're like, "Go ahead and do 10 minutes on this show." And
right,
and they bombed just as much. But he said to me, like, "You're inconsistent. You don't do enough mics here." And I'm like, "I've been working here for free sometimes for the past couple of years, and then I finally got a job here as a waitress." And then they made rules so I can't go up while I'm on shift. And then so we got into like an argument about that. He's saying I'm inconsistent. It was kind of like, a verbal argument. And then he's like, we went outside. And then he was like, you know what? I'm never booking you again on anything ever. And then so I like went at him with this arm and he caught it. And then I went at him with the other arm.
And you hit him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally just blew snot out of my...
That's fine. You got drool and snot covered today.
Look, I'm a slimer.
So you're slimer. So you hit him. So he blocked you, and then you hit him with the other fist. Yeah.
And then
was it hard? Did he get hurt?
I really don't think he got hurt.
Did other people see it and were like, "Whoa"?
Yeah, it was more of a statement.
Yeah.
And I walked away and I was like, "I quit."
You quit, right?
Yeah.
That was your last time. But
it was a weak ass punch. It was like I was punching in a train.
Is that guy still there at the club?
No, I think he got way more addicted to meth and coke than he was before, and then moved out of state.
All right, so you can go back now. He's not there, you know.
Well, I think the owner of the madhouse isn't. I mean, that's still
I haven't done
on
that
my
club.
record.
I haven't
there.
done that club yet, but I might try to do it at some point.
I think it can be really good.
Yeah.
So
yeah, why not? Well, that's. I mean, those are some good stories though. You're a very nice person, but you have some asshole quirkiness.
I've been an asshole. There's probably a lot of asshole stories I'm forgetting.
Yeah.
So
well, you can save them for the next time you come on or you're on the show or whatever. And are you also an artist, by the way? Do you do art? I thought I saw like an Instagram page of your art or something like that. Yeah.
My yucky fart page.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yucky fart.
Yucky fart art? That's the name of it?
It's just yucky fart.
Why is it called that?
I just love talking about poop and farts. That's just
okay. That's one of your things? Poop and fart?
I guess.
Topics, yeah. I mean, a fart joke is always good for a fart joke.
Classic.
Classic. Yeah.
I like art. I like doodling, drawing.
You draw or you like paint? Like what's your go-to?
I've done both.
Yeah.
I would say I like marker drawing with like the Copic markers, like alcohol markers.
Alcohol markers?
Yeah, but they have like a fan brush I think it's like a.
I don't know anything about art. I'm not an artist.
Well, they're fun
I'm
to use.
an artist, but I can't draw for shit.
They're fun to use, but they're expensive.
They're expensive. They have alcohol in them.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's interesting.
You can't drink them.
You can't. No, not that kind of alcohol. It's like rubbing alcohol or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right.
Yeah, I like doing a little bit of it. I've been trying to dabble in learning how to animate. So I've done some stuff for other people. I've kind of every project for myself I give up on. But
really?
Yeah, I've done a little bit.
Why is that? You gotta just stick to one.
Because I have to. It's just like I have to teach myself, and I like I tell you, I have a lack of discipline and motivation.
So that's something you want to work on: discipline,
for sure,
and getting on the road with comedy.
Yeah, I want to get better at that.
Yeah, well, you'll get there when you're ready. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someday.
Yeah.
Eventually.
But you're an artist. You're a comedian.
Yeah.
You are a unique individual, which I like.
Thank you.
And you got a little asshole side to you here and there.
Yeah.
And you're gonna master the foam art with barista at some point. I think.
Someday.
And then you could teach me how
Someday.
to do it because I want to learn how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
If I figure it out. Yeah.
If you figure it out, call me, and then we'll have a coffee together, and we'll make it work.
Absolutely broccoli.
Absolutely broccoli.
I just say that.
Is that one of your catchphrases?
It just kind of rhymes, but it doesn't rhyme,
It
but
doesn't
it kind of does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now I'll never forget it. No.
Absolutely broccoli.
All right, Tatiana. So what else do you have going on? What do you have coming up? You have your shows coming up. You're doing my show.
I'm doing Basshole.
Yeah, it's coming up. We're just doing a regular comedy show this time.
Cool.
Is that cool?
I
Yeah.
love that.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm dabbling. I'm gonna do a couple more stand-up shows and then do the
Sick.
storytelling shows peppered in. All
Sick.
right, so you got that show coming up. Any other shows coming up recently?
Oh.
Any mics? You're performing all over LA.
Yeah.
We always see you around.
You
want to plug anything?
I really have not. All my shows get booked last minute for the most part.
Yeah.
And there's
This
maybe
probably
one
won't come
or
out
two.
for a few weeks. So
Yeah, there's maybe one or two that I cannot remember for the life of me.
Well,
But
they should follow you on Instagram at
yes.
Tati Dog Lover. What is your Instagram?
Tati Dog Lover 27, and lover is spelled Luver. And if you want to check out my art, it's yucky fart. Just
Yeah.
pure and simple yucky fart. Like it's
Yucky
a fart
Yeah,
that's
go to
yucky.
Instagram and follow Tatiana
Yeah.
and follow Yucky Fart
Yeah.
Art.
I'll
Yucky
try to
Fart
be more active on social media.
I like that name actually, Yucky Fart Art. I mean, that's got a catch
Yeah.
to it, I would go to that art show if you had like a gallery showing. It
Fart.
just said Yucky Fart Art.
Yucky fart art.
I would go.
Yeah.
I would definitely go to that. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, well, Tatiana Cwiklinski.
Yes.
I said it right.
That's me.
That's you. Well, thank you for being on the show.
Thank
I
you
appreciate
so
you coming
much.
down here and doing this.
Thank you.
Follow her. Make sure you follow Tati. Make sure you subscribe to the Basshole channel at Basshole Show. And, don't be a basshole. But if you are, laugh about it. We'll see you next time. Ciao.
Haha.